Let's quickly move along to the next 3 episodes of Season 8, starting with A Matter of Principles.
You do seem like you're in over your head. Won't Twilight be so disappointed with how you're running her school?
This second solo offering by Nicole Dubuck is a passable episode that unfortunately misses more than it hits. When the entire main 6 are suddenly called by the map, Twilight leaves Starlight in charge of the school. But when Discord appears and feels frustrated that he wasn't asked to help, he sets out to do everything he can to make Starlight's job as acting head mayor as challenging as possible. And the way this premise is explored is where the episode falters the most. Starting with the positives, there are some funny moments in the first act, like when Discord attempts to help out by hiring some substitute teachers for classes, including Iron Will, who uses his fierce motivational techniques as a way to describe making friends. A scene where the students are left confused over having a tree as a substitute teacher is also quite amusing, especially when Silverstream is still polite enough to leave an apple on the desk. However, much of the narrative is marred by how Discord acts appallingly throughout. Using magic and playing tricks on others as a means of expressing emotion is part of his character, and his feelings of anger and frustration in this episode are understandable. But this is really pushing it, and as much as the story wants you to empathise with him, his behaviour often makes it very hard to do so. He decides to create chaos around the school, disrupt classes, frighten and endanger a group of students before belittling Starlight right in front of them. And for what? On that note, I do have to give Starlight a great amount of credit, as she does try really hard to manage with more than she should have to. And although it may seem like an extreme overreaction, you can't really blame her for blasting Discord off school grounds after she's pushed to her breaking point. Eventually, Starlight steps away from being a head mayor and once again excellently uses her role as a guidance counsellor to recognise how disappointed Discord was feeling from being left out, and finally come to a mature understanding and negotiation with him. But then, just as Discord is about to win back some points he lost...
Discord! I can't believe you tricked us into going on a friendship quest that wasn't real!
Oh, back so soon.
A glamour spell on our cutie marks!
A fake summons from the map? Hey, at least we got to go spelunking in that really creepy cave with all those eyeless worm creatures chasing us!
Overall, a number of things I really liked, mixed with a number of things I really didn't, makes A Matter of Principles a very polarising, somewhere in the middle episode for me. So as such, I'm going to give it a Silver Star score of 5.
Guess this means you're not vice head mayor anymore.
Oh, pooh. I just ordered business cards.
The guilty party won't be going home over Hearth's warming break. She, or he, will stay here for some one-on-one friendship lessons.
But what if none of us confesses?
Then... I guess there's no holidays for any creature. You'll all stay over the break.
From one of Season 8's weaker episodes to one of its absolute finest. The first of 2 festive-themed stories for the show in 2018, the Hearth's Warming Club centres around the young 6, who are forced to clean up the mess that one of them has made, and risk losing their right to spend Hearth's Warming with their families if no one owns up to causing it. During this time, they each share stories about their holiday traditions and plans. The episode's premise, along with its title, clearly draw reference to the 1980s movie The Breakfast Club, and the excellently written and consistently engaging script from Brian Holfeld does a great job providing the 6 students further screen time and development. Each individual story adds something to their character or culture, and all are wonderfully memorable in their own unique way. Ocelus's story is both adorable and very believable, as she and the Changelings take Twilight's Guide to Hearthwarming celebrations too literally, even to the point of misinterpreting carol singing as actually singing carols, carols, carols. And Yona's tale of celebrating a traditional yak holiday with her family is also very charming. Smolder's holiday story is amusingly dark, while Silverstream's more positive tale includes some great continuity with the movie. Although I was surprised that Skystar was nowhere to be seen during this sequence, unless she is there and I missed her. Even Sandbar's attempt to put a more dramatic spin on a considerably boring tale is quite entertaining. Although it's never quite focused on as prominently, the story surrounding the mess is never sidelined, And as each of the students are questioned, the script smartly never gives away any clues or hints, ensuring that both the stakes and anxieties between the characters remain high throughout the narrative. Eventually, Gallus admits that he caused the mess, and that he did so because he didn't want to leave his friends to spend heartswarming in Griffinstone. As he acknowledges that what he did was wrong and that he never intended for his actions to go as far as they did, it's very easy to empathise with him after he explains that he has no family to go home to, just a civilization where no one is happy. When you think about how many people spend the holidays lonely and depressed, this tragic tale definitely resonates, which makes it all the more joyful when his friends agree to stay and spend heartswarming with him. It also wonderfully shows how their collective group companionship has grown from strength to strength since they first met. A fantastically written and directed episode that works terrifically well both on its own and as something of a companion piece to Best Gift Ever, the Heartswarming Club definitely earns the special Golden Star score of 10.
Heartswarming! Eve is here once again!
Oh, welcome, friends! You are about to embark on a journey of amazing magnitude. One that will change your lives forever. Prepare yourselves to embrace a new path and become students of Friendship U!
Flim and Flam. Of course.
Our last review for this video, Friendship University, centers around Twilight and Rarity, who are shocked to hear that a rival establishment to the School of Friendship has opened. Unsurprisingly, it's helmed by Flim and Flam, and believing it to be another get-rich-quick scam designed to cash in on her school, Twilight is determined to confirm her suspicions. Written by Chris Wyatt and Kevin Berg, Friendship University is an episode that, for better or worse, is safe and familiar. To its credit, the storyline intrigues thanks to the stakes being higher for its protagonist, as Twilight is putting her reputation as a princess and head mare on the line to prove something not only to a group of students, but also to Starswell the Bearded and Chancellor Racist, both of whom make surprise returns. Still learning to adapt and make his own path in modern-day Equestria, Starswell is very believable, if downplayed, as a student enrolled in Flim and Flam's school. He's initially unaware of all their past scams, but remembers the lesson he learned from Twilight in Shadowplay, and is not dismissive of the idea of antagonists reforming this time. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said for Naysay, who is completely wasted in a brief and irritatingly one-note appearance. In his first episode, he wasn't a likeable character, but he did at least have some good points to make. Here, he does little except side with Flim and Flam and spew more racist garbage, seemingly just to annoy Twilight. As the episode continues, the narrative moves along at an ample pace, and both our lead characters are portrayed rather well, with Rarity providing some amusing moments and style with her plainity persona and attire. Meanwhile, as she investigates the university, Twilight maintains a well-balanced blend of suspicion, envy, and disbelief, which partially stems from disappointment that both Starswell and Naysay would be so quick to approve of Flim and Flam's friendship school and not hers. Speaking of which, Flim and Flam remain the same deceptive scammers you either love or love to hate, even turning down Twilight's suggestion that they could run their school as legitimate teachers, in favour of unsuccessfully trying to pack the money they acquired. This is where Friendship University can be either praised or criticised for the same reason. There isn't much to differentiate it from Flim and Flam's other episodes. If you enjoyed them, this is definitely another entertaining one to add to the list, but those looking for character or story progression for the Conman brothers won't find it here. You will find some intriguing season progression though, with a pair of scenes featuring Cozy Glow that bookend the episode. Overall, Friendship University may be formulaic and predictable, but if that's what you come to a Flim and Flam episode looking for, then there's still plenty here to satisfy. I'll give it a Silver Star score of 7.
Of course, if I ever go to a school again, I'll make sure it's yours. In Friendship, Star Swirl.
So those were my thoughts on these episodes. As always, I would love to know your opinions, so please be sure to let me know in the comments. Now, as I'm sure you know, the 9th and final season of Friendship is Magic is fast approaching, with a premiere date of April 6th. So for the rest of this season, I'm going to do something different. To try and speed things along, I'm going to cover the rest of Season 8 with just 2 more videos. The first will feature quicker, more condensed reviews for the next 8 episodes, from The End in Friend to Father Knows Beast, and the second will be a single review video for the season finale, School Raise. Until then, thank you all as always for watching, and keep shining on, every pony!